Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from GCN and we're here tonight at the front lounge for the launch of Under the Influence, the new exhibition night. And it's one of the many GCN Forever campaign fundraisers. So let's go inside and find out a little more. If you'd like to tell me a little bit about the exhibition that's happening here this evening.
Well, Under the Influence is the new show. It's a new group show here at the front lounge, and it's been run as a fundraiser for GCN, Gay Community News, which is a magazine that's been going for 22 years. And recent times have made it difficult for the magazine to raise revenue, and one of the things that I thought would be great to do is to have a group show where we invite 20 artists to come up with their influences, something that's influenced them, and to submit work for the show.
Okay, and there's a real diversity of the artists. Did you find that they were quite willing to contribute?
I mean, gay and lesbian scene here in Dublin especially is so creative that it was very, very easy to get people to submit for the show. What I wanted to do more than anything else was that I wanted the variety of the work to reflect all the different disciplines: photography, ink and pen, stencils, sculpture. So it wasn't that we were short of people, not at all. We had many people to choose from. And I have to say, I'm delighted that some of the names that have come into the show are very established artists and people who are emerging artists too, and I think have a great career ahead of them.
How can people buy these pieces of art?
Well, the work is on display here in the front lounge, and we haven't got any previews online. We wanted to keep the show kind of secret before it opened up, gives a sense of excitement, and tonight I think we're going to have a real sense of community about the front lounge. So they just come down here to the front lounge and they can put their name down for a piece.
And how long is it running for?
So it's opening tonight, which is the Friday the 5th of March, and it's going to run until Thursday the 18th of March.
So the GCN Forever campaign began in January, and it's about repositioning GCN as it's a free magazine, but it's also a resource for the gay community. And because we're in financial trouble because of the economic downturn, we decided that we wanted to, share that image, that I suppose, a message with the readership that it is something to be valued and something to be cherished and something to be saved. On our website, there's a GCN Forever donation page, and you can donate monthly on that, or you can donate, a sum as small as €1, as large as you want to donate. You can donate via many fundraisers that we're doing. Tonight's a fundraiser. Last night we had a fundraiser in the George, and we're going to have lots of fundraisers coming up. Next month we've got My Big Fat Gay Quiz, which will also be here. We have a brunch event in May, and various different things that are coming on stream.
So we're here with Fionn Kidney. Fionn, would you like to tell us about your piece?
Sure, it's part of a series of portraits I've been working on, just exploring, I guess, the multiple personas we all inhabit in our everyday lives. I guess Panty or Rory has maybe twice as many of these identities as your regular person, so it was really fun to do one with Rory, and I just revealed to people, I guess, a bit more of what goes on behind the scenes.
What does GCN mean to you?
Well, GCN has always been around as long as I can remember, and it's really important for a community like the gay community to have an independent media outlet. It would be a real shame to see it go. I think we'd really miss the voice, we'd really miss the news, so that's why I was really happy to get involved.
Okay, so now we're here with Andrea and Matt from Dublin Street. Hello. Just wanted to ask you guys about the piece. Do you want to talk to us about what it means?
We kind of thought that Under the Influence meant that we were supposed to influence people to do things for us. So we influenced a coworker to make the piece for us. But it's kind of what in the style of the street style pictures that we normally take. Except it's
Donatella kind of influences because the closest to natural is vegetables in her eyes. Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to ask you as well, it's lovely that you've been involved. So what does GCN mean to you guys?
Well, when I first moved to Dublin, I didn't know anybody and didn't know any gayers. So I used to read GCN all the time as kind of my connection to the gay community. So kind of has a part in my heart.
I just love the gays.
Okay, so now we're here with Peter Fingleton, one of the contributors to tonight's Under the Influence. Peter, would you like to tell us a little bit about your piece?
Well, at the moment in college I'm working on a lot of stuff to do with like gender identity and gender theory, and Alan's first year in my college, and something about him just really caught my eye when I first saw him, and just really wanted to make work involving him, and he just embodies like kind of androgyny and androgynous beauty, and I love working with him, so that's how this piece came about.
What does GCN mean to you?
Well, actually, GCN has a good bit of symbolism for me, because when I was like 14 or something, it was sort of like way before I came out. It was something that I always used to go into town on the weekend, and I used to take it with me and then like go home and like read it on the bus and like keep the copies under my bed and everything. And then as I sort of came out and like got older and everything, it always something that I just always picked up all the time, and like, you know, hopefully this will do good for GCN.
And now we have Anya Mackin. And Anya, would you like to tell us about your work this evening?
Okay, well, I decided when Will approached me for the piece, I decided to make 3 new works. I decided to be actually quite honest about what my influences are. So it wasn't going to be anything like really philosophical or arty or anything. It was literally going to be my honest influences. And ever since I was about 3 years of age, I've been completely obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. And I remember about 8 years ago, I first encountered Amanda Lepore, and I thought her as a creation of a person was this kind of cartoonist character of what Marilyn Monroe could be. And I think I relate to them both because they have this kind of vulnerable beauty to them that's kind of really important in my own painting. So that's why I added a self-portrait as well. So 3 works are just all kind of about my kind of strive to be this idea of beauty. So,
would you like to tell us what GCN means to you?
Well, for me, GCN is like a really fundamental resource for, you know, not even gay people, but just general acceptance of homosexuality, I think. And in that sense, it kind of allows for openness and allows to show that like homosexual people are normal people too. And I also think it's quite vibrant. It's beautifully printed, and I think it's something we should really be proud of and we should really support. And that's why I was so happy to get involved.
We're overwhelmed by the response that we've had to the campaign. Certainly, it's you know, there's been a huge amount of positivity, and like it's you know, it's everything from people like Dublin Frontrunners saying we want to do an event for you, or clubs like Promo saying they want to do an event, do like the door for us. So it's from individuals to organisations, and we've even had people like our graphic designers. I've had hairdressers saying, well, we'll do hairdressing on shoots for you for free. You know, it's just people are trying to donate in whatever way they can. So to everyone who's, you know, helped so far or offered to help so far, I'd like to say a large thank you. And I'd invite everyone else who hasn't to try and help us in whatever way they can.